little bit late to do a market report this month, but we got the data, so we got to do it. We're going to take a look coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? Dylan Naka here with the Buy Big Island Market update. A little bit late this month, but we got the October data, so we're going to take a look and see what's happening in the Big Island and Kona markets. So jumping right into the data, we are seeing similar trends as we have been the last couple of months. So the current units continue to fall versus last year. Last year, the market heated up at the end of the year, and we saw kind of record highs in terms of number of units selling. But because of the low inventory, and we'll get into exactly what those numbers are, we're continuing to see the last couple of months where the current units are falling, mainly because there's just nothing else left to buy. And so it isn't an indication that the market's slowing down necessarily, but there's just less pieces of property selling because there's not as much for sale as there usually is. The dollar volume, interestingly, on the home side is up. So even though 24% less homes sold, the homes that are selling at a higher price point, and overall volume increased by almost 50% in the homes market. It did go down in the condo and land market, which you would expect when less units are selling. But then across the board, the median price is in the positive all the way across. So median price up to $970 on the homes market, up to $400 in the condo market, and $585 in the land market. And then same thing, these are indicators of strength in the market. The days on market continue to fall, so down 62%. So only 18 days on market on average right now. Homes are staying on the market. That number is usually closer to 90 or at least 60 plus. And then on the condo side, down 84% to 15 days on market. So about 2 weeks is what condos are averaging on the market, and homes are down to 39 days. That number is usually much, much higher. And then across the board, on the final list of sold price, also very strong, 95% on homes, over 100%. We've seen this the last couple of months that the condo market has been above 100% on the final list of sold price, and land is almost at 100% too, 99.44%. So land is almost at 100% also list to sold price. As we get into the entire Big Island market, similar trends, right? So current units are falling, so not as many. The gap isn't as big, but the current units are still falling. Dollar volume is still up, though, on the homes market, up 20%. It was down in the condo market, but up on the land market. So dollar volume still strong. Median price still up, right? Crazy, 23% increase in the median price of condos, 18% increase in the median price of homes, up to 480. We're almost at 400,000. That number is usually down in the 300s for the whole Big Island. And then land up to 42,000, which is a 52% increase from a year ago. Average days on market, same like the Kona market, fell across the board. So down to 33 days for homes, 22 days for condos, and 82 days for land. And then the final list of sold price, same thing as we're seeing in every pretty sub-market on the island, where we're up to 95% for homes, over 100%, and we've seen the last couple of months on the condo market, and then 87% for land. So pretty much status quo over the last few months, where the inventory continues to go down. So the number of units that are selling is lower, but median price is up, days on market is down, average list of sold price is up. Not a huge change that we've been seeing the last couple of months. And then for the context slide, right? We've been seeing this number track a little bit, so that current active listings versus current in escrow. The active listings are starting to tick up a little bit. They were down around 1,500 and 1,400 in the beginning of the year. So they're ticking up a little bit, and then the in escrow number is ticking down a little bit. So this number was higher, and we recall a couple of months ago, there was actually more in escrow than there were actively listed. So this is somewhat evening out, but it's still way off, right? If you looked a year ago, there was 2,600 active listings and about the same number in escrow. And if you look back 2 years ago, there was 3,400 properties on the market and less than 900 in escrow. So this number is still way off from historical averages, and there's still a huge shortage of listings. Still a great time to be a seller. We're starting to see some sellers asking too much, and so things are kind of sitting, but that's definitely not reflected in the overall data that most homes are selling within a couple of weeks, and that in escrow number is still very high. So the market is still very strong. Nothing crazy happening yet. We are seeing interest rates go up a little bit, which may slow things down, but the buyer demand is still there and there's still a huge shortage in supply. So if you're thinking about selling, or if you have any questions about this or any other data across the island, feel free to reach out and let me know. Dylan@buybigisland.com, or you can put it in the comments below. I'll see you guys next month's market report. Aloha.